What is up? I'm hanging out with my best friend Jared Carter right now. What is going on, homie? How are you?
Well, of course, we got a long history together, best friends for a
Yeah,
while. So
absolutely. I'm
yeah.
so excited. I mean, I got a lot of things going on, but I was like, I can't, not do an interview with you. So how you been? What's new with you? Tell me all things Jared right now.
Well, I bombed pretty hard last night at an open mic, so that's always a good time.
Oh,
Uh,
but that's open mics for you. I mean, what are you gonna do, man? They got things
yeah,
going on and shit. Like, it is what it is. But what open mic? Do you want to give it like an anti shout out or something?
yeah. So the place is Bella's Sports Bar and Pub here in Chico, California. It's ran by Dylan Collins. It's probably the worst open mic in town.
So wait,
Um,
you're a West Coast guy. Why did I think you were in Massachusetts?
Oh, I wish I was a masshole, but no, I have standards and I'm not racist. But yeah, California is fucking awesome. I would much rather prefer to be on the East Coast so I could go to New York City. I feel like New York's the fucking mecca.
I mean, it's a filthy fucking city. That is sure. If you like trash and litter everywhere, that's the city to go, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, I've been down to LA and I performed down in LA a couple times. And I mean LA's pretty fucking shitty as well. It's not like
I
it's
mean, it's no Bella's sports bar. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah, man. I seen you work with like Johnny Taylor Jr. and stuff like that before. I actually know Johnny from Stack, and I like the
Oh, okay.
yeah,
That's cool, man. Fuck
yeah,
yeah. Okay, so that's a small world because I thought like me and you, because like obviously I don't think we've ever met in person.
no.
Normally I'm like, doing a million things and stuff, but like I think we met through the virtual writers group. You came to virtual writers group a few times.
Yeah. So during the fucking pandemic, I mean, of course, you know how that changed everything. We were all doing comedy on Zoom and stuff like that, and
I miss that shit, dude. Just doing it in bed, eating almonds, man. Those were good times. It was like an evil genie gave me all the things I ever wished for.
yeah, you know what? Everything besides doing comedy was amazing. Like every part
That's
of it,
true.
besides the actual doing your set, like watching the other comics perform, giving them feedback, having a supportive room, like that was all fucking amazing. And then as soon as it came to like actually telling jokes, it was like, God,
Yeah.
it fucking sucks.
That's how I feel about doing it in real life, though, too. Like, oh, my fucking passion. I'm severely annoyed even having to do it.
I don't know. For me, it just like depends. I like that I get an immediate response. Is the response always good? No, but like I like that I don't
You
have
don't
to.
like it with a lag? Why not? I like it when it's all like scattered and like four people laugh, so it actually gets zero sound across.
Yeah, it's always great when you actually have a punchline land and then you don't hear any laughs for like the following 30 seconds because everyone's mic is canceling out each other's.
Yeah. I like I what I like about open mics, whether it's in person or on Zoom, is comedians' reluctantness to watch anyone else's set. They're like not on camera for anyone's set but their own, and then they go right off camera, or like they're just smoking the cigarette or talking shit in the not even back. They're like sitting up front, like talking shit. Like, can you at least go outside, you fucking idiot?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how it is at Bella's. Sorry, I don't know. I'm just speaking from my heart right now.
no, Bella's, I mean, pretty much every open mic is the same, where you have like three comics who have been doing it like 2 years or longer, and they all know each other, and they're just hateful to be there. And then you have like two comics that are brand fucking new at it, that they've signed up first, and they were there at like the signups were at 6:30, and they were there at 6:15, and they're just fucking eager and ready to go. And then you just have the old comics who stroll in like an hour after the mic started and are just like, "Hey, can you put me on the list?" And they just
So when
look.
you say old guy, though, if you're saying like the more experience, how long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy for like with minus the pandemic, like 2.5 years. If you want to include the pandemic, like three and
Sure.
a half. But just I only count real stage time, so like 2.5.
Well, that just is more showing of how long you think the pandemic was, actually. But
It was like a year, right?
isn't it still happening? I thought like we didn't
I
like fix it,
I'm not
or
gonna
just
lie.
like there's documents.
I'm in the Republican part of California, so to me, the pandemic's been over for a while.
Oh, okay,
No one took it seriously here. Everyone was
bro. I
immediately
live in
like,
Nebraska. Okay,
"Yeah,
when I
fair enough,
moved
fair
here,
enough."
I was at the first open mic I went to was at a cigar like lounge, and I was the only one where me and my wife were the only ones wearing masks. You know, I was watching like open micers try and smoke a cigar, like they're like toking it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
ran an
you guys
open
don't even
mic
know
at
what
a
you're
hookah
doing.
lounge.
Yeah, I
I
got
ran
COVID like immediately when I moved here, basically. That's literally what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I used to run an open mic at a hookah lounge, so I definitely understand.
Oh, dude, I hate to be like even more of a Debbie Downer. That's where I got COVID the first time because I was one of those dumbasses that got sick in like February of 2020. You know what I'm saying? Oh
Yeah.
no, my phone's dying. Fuck. All right. Either way, you know, like we're doing it. And you know, so I got it at a hookah bar, and then in Nebraska at a cigar. Anytime tobacco products were involved, I got COVID. You know what I'm saying? That's why
I gotta
I
ask, are you
uh,
doing the fucking dishes and interviewing me right now?
No, I'm just hanging out, dude. We're having a good time, you know. I was like, oh, Jared wanted to hang out and shit, so I was like, let's you know, get it on and popping.
It really looks like you're doing the dishes and interviewing me right now. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
mean, I could change my camera angle if you want a little bit. Like,
I mean, you already did change your camera angle, and it was just a full shot of a sink full of dishes.
dude, there's like coconut oil all on this and shit. Okay, so 3.5 years, that's pretty cool. So did you start strictly in California or?
Yeah, well, so I was performing for a while, and then I went to Texas. I was performing for like 6 months. I was terrible. I still think I'm terrible at it, but
No,
I'm
you're great, dude. You took virtual writers group. You're perfect now.
yeah, well, yeah. Up until I took virtual writers group, I was terrible. But after that point, it's like BC and AD. But
Thank you. I will be clipping that actually for later.
yeah, I consider myself very Christ-like, and that was my BC
Yeah.
AD moment.
I'm even
Uh,
considering turning off the sink and make you say it again. No, I'm just kidding. That just filled up with. I'm not doing the dishes. We're having a good time. I was just like, you know, it's casual. It's how is there? This is a cup just full of fat. I don't understand how fat.
I'm
There's butter
upset
in
that
it.
you're doing the
Ew.
dishes. I'm
There's
upset that you're doing the
butter in
dishes.
this cup. There was a
But
cup full of butter.
but I
And
really
then,
wish you would just wipe down your counter. Like,
oh, that's next.
oh, okay, all right, nice. Yeah, it's bringing the OCD out of me that I'm just like, and I don't even have OCD. I'm just self-diagnosing right now.
You're telling me.
Yeah, oh shit. But yeah, so
Either way.
I got back out to answer your question. I got back out to Texas, or I went to Texas and I performed out there. And once I left my hometown and stopped doing open mics out there and went out to Texas, when I came back, I was a little bit better. And then I started going down to SAC and stuff like that and performing with those guys and just having those opportunities, being around comics that are like 10 times better than you start to grow a little bit. And then now now I'm
Oh, sorry. I wasn't trying to. Sorry.
no, you oh well, there you go. There's my dog going
Oh,
crazy.
come on. Talk about unprofessional, dude.
I know, man. I'm fucking just leading the pack right now. But yeah, it was I got lucky opportunities early on, like a year and a half into comedy. I got booked for shows that I probably shouldn't have just because I was friends with some of the guys, and then was lucky enough to start keep that ball rolling and get booked for some other stuff.
Hell yeah. I like tacos too, you know, like, but like, so you just got the ball rolling and stuff. So do you run any of your own shows or anything? Or you just like, you doing open mics, you do showcases? Like, what did you like? Do you have a podcast? Like, what other, do you do just stand up solely? Or are you a purist? Or are you a guy with a hot plate in his car? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm a functioning addict, and I like to I don't have a podcast, but I live with my grandma, so I'm starting one.
Hell yeah. Does she
Yeah,
want to be
yeah,
on my podcast sometime?
I would love to be on your podcast sometime,
What's she
but yeah,
doing right now? She's doing with these dishes. Oh, I mean, this interview.
yeah. I mean, the camera fell down, but that's okay. The ceiling is
I'm
here.
good. You know, we're hanging out. Just my phone is filthy now. Gross.
It's
All
got
that
the fat
butter.
all over it. You just have butter all
I'll
over
put a
your
little
face.
hand sanitizer on it. You know, we'll work it out.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm starting a podcast, and I got booked for some of my first headlining gigs in Reading, and I'm not a headliner, but I got lucky enough to where I got a decent enough 30, and I got booked for some of that, and
That's
I've
awesome.
done some.
There's only one way to do it. The only way to start. There's a great advice that I got that the person that gave it to me didn't even take, but like maybe I took it too literally, but it's true. The only way to start headlining is to start headlining. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know
Exactly.
if you can do it until you can do it. And you know what? I suck even now when I have to do that amount of time sometimes.
I suck sometimes even when I don't have to do that amount of time. So I mean,
I
like,
actually have the worst time now. I mean, I've been doing comedy a little longer, like 14 years, but
yeah.
like you know, I actually find doing like 5 minutes is like way harder than doing like a longer set at this point
It's
for me.
really hard to connect with the crowd in 5 minutes. Like when you're
It's
used
just
to
hard for me to
having.
shut the fuck up and get to the fucking point quick enough. I don't practice what I preach about word economy literally at all when I'm on stage. It's totally different. The rules go out the window. Ew, there's like coffee grounds stuck in the drain.
I mean, the thing is that I think I got lucky because we had some people out here. I don't know if you've heard of like Phil from Chico or any of those guys, but even Johnny Taylor and stuff like that. I've had the
Oh,
opportunities, even though he's in SAC, I got around some veteran comics that are like you and have been doing it for a while. And they just, a lot of the time, they never practice what they preach, though. They give you the best advice and then they never do that shit.
damn, we're taking shots fucking fired right there as we literally drain the swamp, aka the sink. Jesus Christ.
Well, not any of the guys I said.
Ugh.
Those guys are all great. I'm talking about other people that I didn't name.
Oh no, I was just more looking for my metaphor because I just pulled some yuck out of this, dude. Oh my god. And I still got a sink full of shit. Like, this is crazy, dude. Crazy. So, okay, so what would you say like the biggest learning curve in the past year? Or what would you say like the pandemic was that beneficial to that year because you're like not even counting it to your comedy, so you like think of it as like a deterrent, like you think of it as a year wasted then.
No, I mean it was really I mean I'm the type of person that I think it's good to have like off seasons. Like I don't think you can just be on doing open mics every single day all day every year. Like I think you need to like I'm going to go grind real hard. I got like a big show coming up in May, so I'm starting to trend upwards, starting to get back out to open mics and stuff, but like before that I had taken like a month off and just kind of focused on myself and was writing and everything. Like I feel like there's seasons to it. And so I feel like for the pandemic, like I was real out of shape and stuff, and I used that time to kind of start eating healthier and start getting into shape and stuff. And so, for
Hell
if
yeah.
anything,
So,
it
oh,
was a
tell me
good time.
about that because I too uh lost a fuck ton of weight. I mean, it was years ago. It was around the time when I quit drinking, but I basically lost 90 pounds in 9 months.
Nice.
Uh, cutting out like you're doing more of like what? A paleo diet and like just not doing like added sugar and shit like that because I went just full blown keto,
Oh, okay.
uh, like a psycho.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I still do it. I mean, I'm a
Uh,
little more naughty and stuff, but like, it's just more of like a lifestyle at that point. Just being carb conscious.
yeah,
Carb conscious. I'm not like the vegan-y type where I like shove it down your throat in conversation, but it's like I hate when like I would like tell people like, oh no, I can't eat that. And they'll be like, oh, it's like whole wheat, like you can eat that. And I'll be like, please don't guess like why I can't eat something, like because I don't want to explain it to you. There's no like fucking reason other than I don't want to put it in my body. And like people don't respect that. Like people have a hard enough time like with me not drinking sometimes, but like they're
yeah,
more respectful to that than if I'm like, I don't want to eat bread. And
yeah,
then they'll be like, why? And I'll be like, grain has only existed for about 2,000 years that people have been processing in our fucking digestive systems. They actually don't know how to fucking digest that shit. Blah, 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 blah. Carbs aren't a thing. Blah, 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 blah. Sugar's only like, you should eat it in fruit. Blah, blah, blah. I kind of want to go paleo sometimes, but I think I would fuck my life up just eating apples all day. Like legit, like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I don't know. So I
I'm
mean,
gonna take you with me, but I can hear you.
I don't know what I would describe my diet as because it's like I mostly just eat like fish and chicken thighs, and then I'll eat like broccoli or a sweet potato, like half a sweet potato with that, and then I'll eat like fruits, and that's about it. But that's just what I did recently. But I
You
still
jazz up how you prepare them at least, or are you just like so ingrained in it? Because I remember getting just stuck in like a mode where I just didn't even give a fuck.
I barbecue them. I'll pan fry them. Sometimes I'll take a fish and I'll coat it in like some egg whites, like rockfish or something that's real light and fat. I'll coat it in some egg whites and then coat it in some breadcrumbs and like pan fry it.
Isn't it
Um,
nice cooking your own shit too? Even if it's like something that's like not as like, you know, as fancy as like a restaurant, you get like so much more of a satisfaction eating something you ate, and it's like healthier too. So you're like, wow, this
yeah.
feels like, I don't know, not like shit.
I don't like eating chicken that other people make now because like I cook chicken just the way I like it. And so
Right.
now like even out at restaurants and stuff, I'll be like either this is too dry or it's a little bit undercooked still and I feel like I'm gonna get sick. Like I get real weird about my stuff now.
Undercooked chicken, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I get freaked out about chicken. I don't know why, but I got real bad food illness from it. And so now, like, I kind of think I overcook. Like, I think I prepare it like well done, is what I would say. Like, we're definitely not doing medium rare chicken over here.
Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. I was wiping the yuck off my phone and then I was thinking about it. Yeah, dude, my wife got sepsis here in Nebraska, just like thinking she could just eat fucking like a prime rib dinner with like shrimp skewers from some shithole
Oh, no.
that I technically worked at or whatever. But yeah, it's fucking nuts and stuff. But hey man, this was a lot of fun. I actually, I got a lot of other things I got to get to, interviews, places, the things, uh stuff. But so we're gonna put a nice bow on this. But thank you so much, dude, for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And yeah,